I'm gonna read as many books as I can this week. I am finally gonna do it. Last year, I feel like I was in a bit of a slump. I maybe read one book per month, which is fine, I guess. Like, it's better than most people. But I really want to get into books this year, and I really want to read all the books on my TBR, and the list is long. So my goal is to read at least 3 books this week. It is very ambitious for someone like me. Um, and that is a very ambitious goal for me, I think. But if somehow we get into the rhythm of it and I end up reading all 3, I will randomly pick a 4th one to start. But we'll see. I'll keep you updated. Okay, so the first one I'm gonna start reading, and I already have my little book tabs ready, is Done and Dusted. I have been seeing books from this series kind of around, and been very intrigued, and I finally picked a book from the series to read. I picked it for several reasons. First of all, the cover. I'm a sucker for a good cover. But basically the plot of this book is that this girl, Emmy, she leaves her small town, she goes to college, she kind of builds a career riding horses, and then after an accident, she comes back to that small town, and when she comes back, she sees her oldest brother's best friend. I shall keep you updated on how the relationship goes. I'm very, very excited to read this one. Okay, so the next one I'm gonna read, and I've had this in my TBR for so long. I actually won this in a Goodreads giveaway. I don't know, one day just signed up for a bunch, I remember that was a thing. And then I got this in mail, I was like, hold on, what the heck? And then I remember I was like, no way, I actually won this. And I checked my email, I was like, oh, I guess it actually does work. Anyway, so I've talked about this one before in one of my TBR videos, but basically it's about this type A girl, and she decides to kind of forget her list, forget her organized life, and let her horoscope just dictate how she's gonna live her life. So I've never seen this plot or concept before, so I'm very excited to read this one. Last but not least, it is the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. So I read the other book in this series. It's called Christmas Tree Store. I'm blanking on the name, but I read the other one in this series, the Christmas version, and I really liked it. It was mostly wholesome with some spice sprinkled in. It wasn't too crazy. So in this one, the woman who works at the bookstore, she starts finding secret codes in the store's books. And so she kind of gets this guy, this fisherman, to help her go on kind of this scavenger hunt to figure out what these codes or secrets are about. And then obviously we're gonna see how they start liking each other and all that fun stuff. So I'm excited for this one. I feel like I'm reading it in the wrong season, but I'm here for it. If I finish this one, I'm gonna move on to Expiration Days. That's a novel, so I'm not even gonna try to finish that 4th one this week, because I feel like novels take me longer to read for some reason. So I'm not gonna say I'm gonna finish that one because that's very, very ambitious, but if I finish all these 3, I'm gonna start that one. Almost meal prep for this. I literally have all my meals for the next 3 days ready. I'm literally just gonna be reading. So wish me luck. I'll keep you updated on any fun developments in the books. We're gonna get the guys and the girls' point of view. Look, Emmy, so we're gonna have his point of view soon. I'm so excited. I love when they do this. So if you love 2 points of view from the guy and the girl. So first of all, let me talk about the main characters. So we have Emmy, the female lead, and Luke, so the male lead. And so I really liked reading this. I like that I had both their point of views, and I was even more interested in his point of view. I think it's because the character development was definitely there for him, because they talk about how he was a screwed up kid when he was younger, and came from like a messed up family, stuff like that. They kind of give him that like backstory. And so I think it was interesting to me to like see what he thinks now, what his life is now, that he's like an adult and like is and like runs the town's like bar or whatever. So yeah, it was interesting. I really liked it. And the female lead, Emmy, I liked her character a lot too. Like I feel like the personality was there. She was confident, she was kind. Of course she has some like insecurities because, it wouldn't be a story if there wasn't any problems. But I really, really liked her characters. I feel like sometimes we get the story but not the personality or the characters, or even if the female lead has a personality, it's a bit like shallow or like whiny and you're like, why? But I loved her character. I love how like confident she like was portrayed. But personalities aside, towards the middle of the book it gets good. Like they basically like, okay, first of all I want to say that he plans like a little date for them, right? Kind of telling her or showing her that he likes her. And they go like a little date. They go to like this place with a waterfall and they just have a good time. And I was thinking, when like, I don't know about you, but sometimes I read a book, like a fantasy book or just like any romance book, and I feel like maybe they get so caught up in the drama and the problems that they don't have like a cute little date in the middle. Okay, would I take this with me next time I move? I doubt it. I really do. So far it's good. It's not great. It's not great yet. And if you've seen that clip, you know what I'm talking about. I have one issue. I only have one issue with this book, and I'll tell you what it is. The female lead, Miranda, she's a professor, right? And I'm like, okay, great, STEM girlies, we love it. But I feel like sometimes they have like, she would, use like scientific analogies and, I feel like the scientific STEM professor persona, it's a bit much sometimes. You can tone it down. Like I'm all for a little STEM joke, but it was a bit too much for me at times. That's my only issue. But other than that, I sped through the first like 50 pages. It's an easy read. It's like a fun little book. I've like chuckled a few times. It's kind of like rom-com vibes. Right now, I would say it's a 7.5 or an 8 out of 10. No more than that. But I'll tell you if it gets good. When I'm like halfway through, I'll like give you guys a little update and see if that rating has changed because I'm hopeful. So far it's good and the like story is unique, so I'm really hopeful that it'll get to solid 8 or 9. So we'll see. I need to get back to reading though because last night I was watching Singles Inferno, and if you're up to date, let me just tell you that Minasu is getting on my nerves. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, so actually about to go into a little used bookstore. So we're going book thrifting today, and I'm very excited. I've never been to this one, but it was recommended. So I'm hoping I can find some good books. As always, I'm gonna be looking for romance, like just straight up romance, maybe rom-com, and maybe romantasy, but I feel like I have some romantasy ones in my TBR, so I don't want to be buying too many romantasies and then like not be in the mood for them. We'll see. Okay, let's go in. I was not expecting the amount of books that I saw today. It was crazy. I had such a hard time like looking for a section that was interesting, but I finally found it. It was right at the front. I don't know how I missed it. I remember I was gonna let you know about the Miranda and Retrograde book and if it got any better. Unfortunately, it stayed at a solid like 7.5. I really tried to give it a chance, but it was just too like predictable for me. Yeah, I was like, oh, every time something happened, I'm like, just like I thought. this is exactly what I thought was gonna happen. Nothing really surprised me, sadly. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a 7.5. 0.5. The 0.5 is being generous. Maybe if you like horoscopes, maybe it's a bit more interesting for you. And okay, you know what? I know the next one I read is gonna be better because it's newer and it's romantasy. Apparently I lied. I got From Blood and Ash by Jennifer, I can't even pronounce that, by Jennifer. I've seen this around, like every time I look at romantasies, this pops up. I don't know, I've never bought it. But here it says perfect for fans of Sarah J Maas. I've been on a bit of a romantasy like shopping spree because every time I go, I want to buy something, I look at romantasy first. I don't know why. I think it's because I haven't read a romantasy one in a while, and maybe it's also because I'm low-key getting tired of like the same like rom-com like romance plot lines. So maybe that's it. Actually, I think that is exactly it. I also got this one. It honestly just caught my eye like last minute. It has such a cute cover and it said bakery, so I'm like, okay, I need to get this. How can I bake or not get this cute little book? I just had to have it. And when I looked online just to get a feel like the genre and the author, it said mysterious realism. I think that's what it said. And I've never read anything like that. So I'm looking forward to it. And also, I'm thinking of doing another like reading books out of my comfort zone video, so I think this is definitely gonna go on there. That's all I got. Honestly, I was so overwhelmed at that bookstore that I had a hard time even reading like the covers of books. So I think I need some tea for this so I can like really focus on reading those covers because it was a lot at once. But anyway, I'm happy with my little book purchase. I have so many books on my TBR now, it's getting ridiculous. But that's just gonna like push me to read more this year, so wish me luck. And obviously I'm gonna share all my book reviews and all my book recommendations with you guys. I tried so hard to read 3 books this week, but unfortunately my best was 2, but I'm also getting out of a bit of a slump, so 2 in a week is actually a lot for me. I don't know about you, like if you have any tips or tricks on how to like get my brain to focus on reading, let me know in the comments because it's so hard. It's so hard to like continue reading. Like once you put your book down, or at least once I put my book down, it's so hard for me to like pick it back up. But yeah, we'll see. If you like this video, you know, like it. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye.